All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the Apostle Nel's Great Millstone, who root and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds. As you can see, the video is titled, We Are That Nation. Okay. Just briefly, to expound on We Are That Nation, you're seeing the movement throughout the internet. You'll still have people that's in disbelief or in a mind frame of not understanding, and truly it goes to unacceptance. You know what I'm saying? They really don't want to accept that we have value, that we have meaning. We're more than just what everybody sees us as, being on the very bottom. We are that nation. Okay? We are that nation. Period. Okay? So I'm just starting Romans in the 9th chapter. It says, I say the truth in the Mashiach Allah, my conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. So we see right here that all these people are brethren and kinfolks, and it's all based on a nation, a nationality, tribes, okay, of the same stock. Okay, that's why it says according to the flesh. So no one can put themselves in a place of being, I can't wake up tomorrow and make myself of Moabite flesh. Okay, that means we're going to be familiar in the way we look. We're going to be similar in the way our mannerisms are, and just things of that nature. Okay? Who are Israelites? So he's telling you, these Israelites and all these things are basically for the same people. Okay? These people are, they're alike. Okay? And that's why when you see these special, these talented people, the world looks down on them. They got all kinds of nicknames for them. They're poor, You just see something in them, but they're just so special that they dominate in sports, singing, things that bring entertainment to the world. They dominate in these things, even being at the bottom. Okay, so this is how you identify who they are. They're special. It says, to whom pertaineth the adoptions. Now, the adoption. So the adoption, when Yahweh Shai got on that cross and died, that was to bring back all those tribes together. Okay? Because there was a separation with northern and southern tribes. So now we're brought back to Yahweh Shai through Yahweh Shai's his death and his resurrection. Okay? The glory and the covenants. Promises. These promises in this Bible were only given to these chosen people. Okay? That's it. So anyone else trying to go to church and fight for a spot in heaven, it's not going to happen, because those covenants weren't branched out to you. Okay? Because it would have made it very clear right here. That's a covenants with an S. Okay, that covenant, that's promises. It says, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises, all to Israel, whose are the fathers. Okay? They're the fathers. And of whom concerning the flesh. Now, let's go check that word flesh out. Okay? That flesh. When you go back to verse 3, it says, my kinsman according to the flesh. Now, it says Yahweh Shai came, whose are the fathers of whom concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came. So he, not only did he come, but he came in the same flesh. Because guess what? He belonged to that nation also. So he didn't just, he didn't come down and change anything to where the other flesh will be saved also, but he came for his flesh. Okay? His brethren, his kinsmen according to the flesh, not anyone else. Okay? Whose is over all. Most High, blessed forever, Amen. Okay? Now we're going to jump to Romans 9:23. It says, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared into glory. Now, his riches, which is his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he was going to give to the vessels of mercy. Those vessels of mercy are us. Okay? He had mercy on his elect. Okay? So the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to be basically given to the chosen men. Okay? And they're going to basically let it be brought forth. It's Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power. Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay? So that's something we have to understand. And this is like understanding these vessels of mercy. It said, which he had afore prepared. So all these things were given in the beginning. We just kept going off. Okay? We just kept violating the laws and going out in wickedness. Okay? It says, let me see. 7, it says, Yahweh Shem Yahushua did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Okay, so we were least. We were the fewest of all people. But because Yahweh Shem Yahushua loved you, and because you would keep the oath it says, because he would keep the oath. That's the covenant. Okay? That's that promise which he has sworn unto your fathers. Had Yahweh Shem Yahushua brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of kings, the king of Egypt, Salakia. Okay? Know therefore that Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power, he is the Most High, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy. See these same things over here in Romans. I mean, a little further up, who these promises were to the children of Israel. It says, let me see, and the covenants. Okay, so those promises that were promised to Israel, it was made way back, even in the beginning of the book. Okay, but it was just to Israel. We are those people. Okay, it says, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments. Now, what's the commandments? Okay, to 1,000 generations. The commandments is the laws. We go right back up here to Romans in the 9th chapter, and it tells you in verse 4, It says, and the covenants and the giving of the law. So, even back here in Deuteronomy, all these things were given to Israel. All right? It says to 1,000 generations. And repayeth them that hate him to their face to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face. And that's what we're going to see. Everybody that's against us. Okay? Everybody that's going against his special people. Even the people on our side, that's us, he's going to destroy. Because all they did was tied hands with the enemy and sided with him and basically followed about their ways. Even our own people, even our people who knew we were Israel. Okay? Let me see, verse 24. It says, even us, whom he hath called not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. Now, we're going to jump into Ezekiel, because this is talking about the northern and southern tribe being brought back together. It says, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah. Now, Judah would be the southern tribes. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay, they stayed in the land. And for the children of Israel, his companions. Okay, now, so this is when the northern tribes became Gentiles. They went off, and they didn't want a king, the king of Israel, to be their king. It was Rehoboam and Jeroboam. Okay, they didn't want it was one of them. They didn't want to be their king. So what happened was they split, and they went into the Assyrian captivity. Okay, they went off into idol worship. That's why you see our people today, the northern tribes, and they have all these statues and idols, and that's what they're into. But it tells you right here, through future prophecy, it says, for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companion. Now, that means they're together. Okay? They are together. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another unto one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. So this is what this is telling you is, right here in 24, even us whom he hath called not of the Jews only, because Jew is short for Judah. Okay, so that Jews, that Judah, those southern tribes, but also of the Gentiles, because they fell away and became Gentiles, following after the other nations. But they're brought back now. Okay, when Yahweh died and rose, it says, and when the children of thy people, that's your, they're together. Okay, thy people. That means they were brought together, and now we're going to tell everybody of those nations shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? So when you bring that board together, when we have it on the highways and hedges, and it has all 12 tribes, the Lord woke those men up, and they passed down that information on who these 12 tribes were. Okay? And they were brought back together. We are those chosen people. Plain and simple. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and tribes of Israel, his fellows, and put them with him even with the stick of Judah. Okay? And make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. Now you're going to have all 12 tribes with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord is going to be able to use the vessels for the northern tribes to reach basically Latin brothers. Okay? Which would be Issachar, just all the Latin tribes. Dominicans, you know what I'm saying? The things of that nation. I mean, people of that area. Okay? But we were spread out all through, but these are the bulks of them. Okay? And they're going to be made one. It says, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. So now, why doesn't it say Gentiles right here? So you see the separation, you see the spread. The spread is showing right here is everybody isn't Gentiles. Because he said, I'm going to basically take these Gentiles and take you from amongst these Gentiles. Okay? That's why when we go back up here to 24, it says, but also of the Gentiles. Because we were spread in captivity through slavery amongst all nations. We were basically Israelites that became Gentiles through the following of the customs of the original Gentiles. Okay? But now it's time that we got it all together. Okay? That's why it says, I will take you from among the heathens, the original Gentiles, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. Okay? And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations. That's plain as day. You're going to be one nation now. Because when the northern tribes went away, the Lord cut them off as a nation. Okay? That's why they became Gentiles. He done away with them. But when Yahushua died, he brought them back into being the children of Israel. Okay? Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. Voila. So now these people who were once Gentiles are not Gentiles anymore. Okay, because Yahushua, when he came down and died and rose, they basically got that salvation because it was an oath. It was promised to them. The Lord is not going to lie. Okay, we are those people. 25. As he saith also in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power. That's what we're doing right now. Okay? This is what we're doing right now. We're proclaiming that we are those chosen people. Okay? That's why it says in that place, what place? Where we were scattered in slavery. He's telling you, Hosea was prophesying way back to the place we would be at throughout slavery. And it will be said that we are the chosen people. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Okay, so these prophecies are unfolding. Here's the prophecy right here. This is Hosea, because OC is Hosea. Okay, 2 and 21 to 23. And it shall come to pass in that day, I will hear, saith Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth, and the earth shall hear the corn, and the wine, and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. So these are sacrifices. Okay? These are sacrifices. The Lord is going to hear our sacrifice in this land. That's what we're doing. When we're prophesying and we're praying and we're keeping high holy days, the Lord is hearing our prayers to bring down this wicked kingdom so we can get things back that we're supposed to have. Our women being righteous, eating right foods, you know, and our nation wouldn't be so wicked, because that's all we see today with our nation. Okay? It says, and I will sow her into me in the earth. Because you've reaped the corn, wine, and oil, we made sacrifices, okay? You reap what you sow. So if we sowed corn, wine, and oil, and we prayed and fasted, he said, I will sow. Okay? So what's going to be profited from that is us sprouting up. Okay? And reaping mercy. He said, I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. That's what we're going to reap from the Lord, sowing things that we asked for because we made a sacrifice. And it was an oath given by him. Okay? It says, and I will say to them which were not my people. Why weren't we his people? Because we broke his laws and became Gentiles. Thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my power. And that's what we're doing right now. Okay? 27. Esaias, which will be Isaiah, also crieth concerning Israel. Though the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. Okay? So, as big as our nation is, there's only going to be a very small number that makes it out. Very small. Okay? It's going to be a very small number. But, being that we're the sand of the sea, and Yahweh Shem Yahshai made this promise to the whole nation of Israel. He made a promise to the whole nation. So when we get in our kingdom, in our land that was promised to us, we're going to repopulate. And it's a lot of seed that has to be brought back. Okay? This is the account in Isaiah chapter 10. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, until the mighty power. Return from what? When we broke his law, statutes, and commandments and didn't understand who we were, our mannerisms, our customs, how our nation actually maneuvered. We're going to understand these things now. Okay? That's why it says return. We're going to come back to who we originally were. Okay? And it says, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay? So the things that were decreed, they're going to overflow. Okay? The whole nation is going to be right when we get into the kingdom. All right? 28. For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will the Lord make upon the earth. First one, we have to understand that the Lord hears our cries and he knows we want to get out of this hellhole we're in. This is Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh left, no flesh to be saved, no flesh be saved. Because look at the wickedness, how it's very fast. But he says, I'm going to, okay, it says right here, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So he hears our prayers, and he's telling you, I'm going to shorten those days, because I need to get my men up out of there. That place is wicked. Okay? And here's another precept to it. This is Revelation 18 and 19. It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness. In 1 hour is she desolate. So the Lord is going to speed up our captivity to get out of here, and then we're going to watch America destroyed in 1 hour. Okay? We are those people. We are that chosen nation. It's us. Okay? It's totally us. All right? I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Till next time, Shalom.